looks to stay perfect on the hardwood, facing their toughest test yet and greatest rival. Welcome to Sports Wire. I'm Will Catterley. Well, the defending state champion Varina Blue Devils have yet to really be challenged in guys hoops so far this season. That would change on the road at Highland Springs Friday night. Make no mistake, this was the main event, a packed, sold-out crowd where Highland Springs had come so close to beating the Blue Devils last season. The Springers had plenty to prove, while the Blue Devils had plenty of depth. And that depth includes Tyrese Jenkins. Varina passing a big test at Henrico. Another one taking on Jordan Crump in the Highland Springs Springers. And the Springers got off to a hot start, fast and furious first quarter action. Top of the key, nothing but nylon for number 25, Malik Toll. And then later, still in the first, just a few possessions later, back-to-back threes. That one goes for Damon Wirtz. 13 points on the night for Damon and company. How about defense leading to offense? The block by Jordan Hernandez, and then running the break, Kennard Richardson. He had 14 on the night. Varina back in business. But this was a back-and-forth first quarter, and Highland Springs did not bat an eyelash. They were in this almost throughout. Crump, three ball, good. Varina has the answer. They have a moneymaker on the outside as well. Came up big in the playoffs last year. A.J. Williams, Anthony Williams for three in the corner pocket, good. And then Jenkins. Nothing but nylon for him. He says, let's go, I got you. Varina with the lead, still in the first, so Highland Springs, pretty, oh so pretty move to the rack, count it, and the foul for Christian Wilson. 18-15, defending champs Varina up by 3, second quarter. Off the miss, nobody gets it down in transition faster than the Varina Blue Devils. That time it's A.J. Williams connecting down low for two. Highland Springs, it's like a prize fight. Punch, counter punch. They come right back. Springers again. This time losing the handle, but keeping the possession. And that is going to pay dividends for number 4, Damon Wirtz. He connects down low. Varina always had an answer, and that is Tyrese Jenkins. Unbelievable down low. One of 3 Varina Blue Devils to be in double figures, but look at the score. Yeah, 29-28. 1-point game at the half. Third quarter, Varina started to separate themselves. They say the cream rises to the top. A.J. Williams, one of the top. He connects from the corner again for 3, and then the defense. Blue Devils. Scoop it, score it. Handle it. Getting a little bit of distance now. Charles Tart connects for 2. Springers, counter punch. They're not going away, not in their own building for sure. Christian Wilson connects for 2, and then in the break, Springers back again. Corner pocket 3, got it. The money ball is good for Devin Coles, but Varina again in transition. Count that bucket and the foul for Charles Tart. He was big on this night. 3 Varina Blue Devils in double figures, including Kennard Richardson with 14. Tyrese Jenkins, game high, 21. And Jason Nelson was huge as well. You'll see more of him in a minute. Jenkins again down low. Again, 2 of his 21. And when you can score inside, it opens it up outside for the aforementioned Jason Nelson. 12 points for him. One of the co-captains, oh my captain, 47-39 after 3. See now, Varina up 8. Fourth quarter's where they really separated. Getting it going down low, beats the double team for 2. Does Jordan Dunky Hernandez? You know, there were no dunks in this game. Neither team wanted to give up the big slamma-jamma, but there's plenty of high-flying highlights like this one. Mr. Charles Tart, solid game throughout, and with everybody back for Varina, can they not repeat? Big 3 from the corner as the nail is in the coffin, and Varina, 20-point victory, 69-49.
I'm not the only good guard on the team. We all can handle the ball. We all can bring the ball up the court. So, everybody, even though they denied me, my teammates picked it up. And, they picked me up too.
When it comes to ladies hoops, one team flying under the radar may be the Godwin Eagles. Godwin, going into Friday night's matchup with Glen Allen, only had 2 losses on the year and were winners of their last 5. The Lady Jags were no slouch either, coming in at 9-5 and looking for a big win at home. So could Godwin's hot start to the season continue? We're really more than midway through. Glen Allen trying to get things going at home. We pick things up later in the first half. Claudia Disbro, you saw with a basket there. Godwin in transition, though, making the most of the action. Number 22, Thea Clark, she was huge. 14 points on the night for Clark, including those two, and one. She converted the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Another big player, well, Charlotte Clyde connecting down low for two. Godwin out in front. Glen Allen has an answer, however, and it comes via the offensive rebound. Offensive glass, paramount for the Jags. Doris Weldon connects, and then Godwin doing their best down low. Clark again with 2 of her 14, still in the first half. Eagles. The floater counted for Audrey Fleming. Eagles up big at the half, 31-19 after trailing by 1 after the end of the first quarter. We go second half, third quarter. Eagles opportunistic. Steal it, score it for Ann Riley Goldschmidt. And then this girl was a girl on fire. Stephanie Bunce leading all scorers for Godwin, 19 points in this game. Meanwhile, the pass, want more bunts, you got it. Thea Clark, 2 bunts. Both of those girls were special in this building on this night because they combined to go 14 for 14 at the free throw line. They weren't bad inside either. Neither was Delaney Snyder. She connects for 2 down low. Timeout, Glen Allen. Godwin up a lot to a little. Degree of difficulty, tough there, but she's got her teammate to put it back in as Aaron Pulliam finds 2. But it was too much Godwin and a lot of dimes from Thea Clark. Even on the offensive glass, Godwin got it going, and they win again. Only 2 losses on the year, 57-39. We hit the mats when we come back, wrestling style. Godwin hits the road to battle with Deep Run, while the Wildcats try to take out Freeman. An exciting finish in guys hoops. Highlights are straight ahead.
Here's another 2-minute history report.
When you think about wars fought here in America, there's the Civil War, and of course the American Revolution. But what do you know about the one in the middle, the War of 1812? In the early years of building our nation, European countries viewed the U.S. as weak. The Army was small and the Navy had little respect. Great Britain was regularly declaring impressment, forcing sailors from random ships into joining their Royal Navy. In 1807, the USS Chesapeake was attacked by Britain's HMS Leopard near the coast of Virginia. Facing little resistance, the Leopard took 4 prisoners, but the incident triggered a series of embargoes between the two countries. Tensions grew when the U.S. expanded west and Britain supported the Indians. Finally, with influence from Henry Clay and John Calhoun, 2 warhawks from the House, James Madison declared war on Great Britain.
This means war!
It began with the U.S. attacking Canada, part of the British Empire, and the Brits capturing portions of Michigan. Battles on American soil and waters continued for the next 2 years. Then in August of 1814, British General Robert Ross attacked America's capital and Washington burns. Luckily, Dolly Madison, the very brave First Lady, saved George Washington's portrait from the flames. Then the British launched a 25-hour attack on Fort McHenry in Baltimore. Witnessing the event, Francis Scott Key is inspired to write a poem that later becomes the famous Star-Spangled Banner. Finally, the Treaty of Ghent is signed. The war ends, and neither side loses land to the other. Word traveled pretty slow in those days, and the U.S. wins the Battle of New Orleans even after peace is declared. This makes General Andrew Jackson a major pop star of the day. So here it is in a nutshell. There was a big bully off the Virginia shore, so Warhawks declared that it was time for war. There's 2 years of fighting with the White House in ruin. Dolly saved George, and we got a new tune. No major changes, boundaries stayed the same, but one soldier won by gaining national fame.
That's the War of 1812 in 2 minutes.
can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig. Welcome back to Sports Wire. Time for some wrestling at Deep Run. That's 2 points for a takedown. We start at weight class 120 where the Godwin Eagles taking on the aforementioned Deep Run Wildcats. And it's Nathan Brubaker who's got Ethan Cole. Well, Ethan Cole's the dominant one here. He's got Brubaker in trouble. And at weight class 120, Deep Run gets the pin. Congratulations to Ethan Cole. Let's move to weight class 126. No pin here, but it's a major decision. What does that mean? It means one wrestler beat the other a lot to a little. Hogston of Mills Godwin. Hayden Hogston versus Ryan Castaldo. He wins that one 12-5. Serious predicament points there. He gets 3 and gets the win for Godwin. Godwin's had a very solid season on the wrestling mat this year. We move now to weight class 152, where Tyler Wilkinson of Deep Run has Henry Harris, in serious trouble. And at 152, good enough for the pin and the win. Let's go, he says. The Deep Run this is a back and forth match throughout. And at 152, it's Deep Run with the win. Stanton, though, for Godwin, comes right back at weight class 160. Charlie Stanton, how quick can you pin it? Well, pretty fast. He gets the win over James Van Pelt. Let's go to 182. Speaking of quick pins, this is Irakli Danelia versus Sean Shelton. And Danelia denies Shelton. He gets the pin as well. 195 now. Look at him turn him around. Turn those shoulders over. And that's how you get somebody in a predicament. And even more important, at 195, McRoberts looking for the pin. McRoberts with maximum effort gets it done over Henry Blankenship at 195 to 220. Bo Kaida Deep Run trying to get the Wildcats back in it. He's going to do it. Taking on Klaveric. Ethan Klaveric, and Kite takes care of business with the pin. Now, we started at weight class 120, so let's move back to weight class 106. Mason Rogers gonna get Jack Bengal for the pin, and Godwin gets the win. And with that, we go up tempo where Godwin track star Britton Wilson continues to set record after record after record. The latest was the 10th fastest 300-meter dash in U.S. history with a time of 31.71 seconds. Then she finished the 500 with the nation's second best time of 1 minute and 10.82 seconds. Both runs came at the VA Showcase in Lynchburg. Deep Run had some solid marks at a meet at St. Christopher's over the weekend. Jake Schindel won the 500 meters, while Colby Burcham took first place in the 1,000. They also had the top 4x400 meter team as well. On the ladies' side, Lily Snow won the 1,000-meter run, while Alexa Donnelly had a solid fourth-place finish in the 300. To ladies hoops now, where Tucker saw a seesaw affair victory at Glen Allen. Brianna Payne scored 27 points, leading the Tigers to a 56-54 victory and upping their record to 11-3. Meanwhile, the Lady Blue Devils notched another victory, this time versus Meadowbrook, 54-45. Varina's Ileana Davis had a double-double with 14 points and 22 rebounds, while Sanaya Parker led all scorers with 24. And in guys hoops, Henrico continued their winning ways, beating Patrick Henry 68-52. Jame Ested and Jaden House each scored in double figures, as the Warriors only have 2 losses on the season. Back to the hardwood now, where Freeman taking on Deep Run on the road. Rebels putting together a really nice season. Meanwhile, Deep Run not so much, but always tough to beat. They've been making teams fight hard to get the victory. It would be no different in this one. Early on, the action, great pass, finding Mukhtar Abdul Qadir. Freeman started off pretty hot. First quarter action, more of it inside. This guy was a monster. Christian Smith, number 35, puts it up and in for 2. 2 of his 21 points for the evening. Deep Run not going away, however. Say they're really tough to beat, especially at home. Number 10, knocking down the long-distance jumper. It's Chris Washburn. Freeman, however, in transition, has some answers. Michael Fortune always has good fortune, and at the buzzer, no less. Rebels take a 17-10 touchdown lead in the second quarter of play. Here comes deep run. All the way to the rack, Washburn finds his man underneath, Dylan McFarland. He gets 2 points. McFarland had 16 on the night for the Wildcats. Caleb Kenny, big man move inside. He responds for 2. Kenny always a thorn in the side of his opponents. And then how about this? Michael Fortune, a dime. That's an assistant b-ball lingo, and he finds Christian Smith. 29-18, Rebels gonna run away with this, right? Wrong! 11-point lead, gonna go away. Now watch this transpire. Michael Belden connects for 2. Now, here comes Belden. He's gonna find his man outside. Nothing but nylon on the 3-ball, Dylan McFarland. McFarland was 16 on the night. Timeout, Freeman. We got it down to single digits. Now, the pass inside, up and in. Yes, everybody's getting involved. That time, number 3, Max Hassinger gets it to go. Now, Belden back inside, outside, 4, 5 passes, and it pays dividends. Top of the key, 3-ball. Count it, money ball. Timeout, deep run would come all the way back, just down 6 now as we start the fourth quarter. Freeman trying to quiet down this crowd, but it's a steal by deep run. And then the outlet pass got the long J to go. Wildcats can feel it. Marshall Epperson that time with the bucket. More Wildcats. Corner pocket. Got it. Michael Belden. But watch Belden. He ain't done. He's going to play some defense. Gets a steal. Lays it up and in. Here come the Wildcats. All the way back. Down double digits at one point. And now, with this, they can tie it up. Down 43-40. Not anymore. Dylan McFarland for 3. And the fans loving it as the Wildcats come all the way back to tie. More deep run. How about this? Down 3 late. Hits the 3-ball to tie it up. It's Belden again. Wildcats, chance to win it at the buzzer. No, just off the back of the rim. We're deadlocked at 49. Caleb Kenny saying, I almost had it. We go to the overtime period. Freeman up by 4. Wildcats would trim it to 2 with this bucket here, but the Douglas Freeman Rebels won it at the line. Caleb Kenny was special. 57-53, Rebels survive. Well, it's back to basketball when we come back. The Lady Springers travel to Varina in an up-tempo battle, while Deep Run looks to notch another win on the road versus Hermitage. That and more after the break.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah,
But I don't know where to start.
that's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
Welcome back to Sports Wire. Ladies Hoops we go. Varina, Highland Springs, and Coach Franklin Harris. Highland Springs Springers are very, very young. They're also very, very fast and very, very talented. Kia Boyd for 2. Their defense excellent as well, but Varina had an answer down low. This girl was terrific. Tori Dickerson for 2 down low. Highland Springs, they're getting better and better. They're young, but they are talented. India Daly for 3, and she can hit that shot all night long. Matter of fact, you're going to see more of her later in the ball game. Still in the first. Kia Boyd for 2 down low. Springers aren't very big, but they're very quick, and come playoff time, they're going to be a tough out. That's for sure. They're going to take another run at things, as they do almost every year. Tori Dickerson, she helped lead the way for Varina when it came to scoring, but still in the first. I told you she could make it again. India Daly, nothing but nylon. She connects for 3, once again, 15-7 after 1. A second quarter of play. Highland Springs on the move. Now they got more than one girl who can hit 3 balls. Jalen Gathers, one of the Springers coming back to this squad. One of the more veteran-savvy players. Makes a 3-ball there. Varina trying to counter. They would go on a little bit of a run here. Number 5, Sanaya Parker. She connects from long range. Blue Devils still not done. Big girl move down low here. Oh my goodness. Tori Dickerson, get yourself some. She does for 2. Count it and the foul. Dickerson was a load down low for Highland Springs to contain. Got to beat the Springers inside. You also got to beat their press. Varina does both of those things here as Ileana Davis connects for 2. Varina, chance to cut it to single digits. Highland Springs says, not so fast. They get things going once again. That's good for 2. 27-19 at the break. We go to third quarter, switching sides now. More ball movement, more Springer offense. Well executed. Knocking down the 3-ball is Jalen Gathers. Still in the third. Springer's offense getting going. What more Gathers? You got it. She gathers 3 more. Should be one of the leading scorers for Highland Springs on this night. And they got it going with the inbounds pass as well. Inside, nobody near. Easy squeezy, lemon peasy. Ayana Rogers for 2. And then on the break, little Euro step, Gathers 2 more, tallies 2 more, and the foul. 3-point play, old-fashioned way, and the Springer D inviting you to try to split that defense. They get the steal, they get the score. Kind of remind you of the Springer teams from last year and the year before that and the year before that and the year before that and the year before that, and so on and so forth. Highland Springs gets a win on the road, 63-39. Back to the West End now. Godwin entertaining Glen Allen. Well, really, Glen Allen at home entertaining Godwin. Number 5, Chris the Butler did it. Ready for this one. So were the Godwin Eagles. 2-0 Godwin. This guy can shoot the rock from the corner. Count it for 3. Number 20 getting it done. Garrett Cox, 6'4" sophomore Godwin. Guard, get out of my house, says Butler. Defense, and then Butler on offense with the pass. Top of the arc. The man is on fire. Garrett Cox connects again for 3. Eagles, though, had the answers, and they would start by feeding the big men down low. Ethan Joint, forward for 2. Back comes Butler, coast to coast. He is the spark and the straw that stirs the drink, and all those other basketball puns, sport puns you want to come up with. That was an ill-advised pass. Eagles know what to do with it, though. Jordan Brown downtown. Well, that's close range. 17-12, though. Glen Allen with a 5-point lead. So, can they expand on it? Yes, they can. The 2 is good on the inbounds play. Trey Grimes, great teams, have great out-of-bounds plays that work very high percentage. Ball movement there and good screens and nice action for Godwin. That works well as well. Ethan Joint for 2. And then directing traffic. I'll just take it myself. Why not? 3-ball counted for downtown Jordan Brown. Godwin all of a sudden in the lead. And then the pass. Like a little bit of a Princeton offense, right? To Tyshawn Jackson. He connects for 2. We go to the second half. Glen Allen, Butler trying to get his team back in it. 3-ball counted. Yeah, that'll help. Then Butler looking inside, muscling his way in. And the Jaguars, DJ Jones connects. Eagles saying we can do that too, but let's shoot up the money ball, the 3-ball, right? Why not? Got it to go. Trayvon Booker. There's more than a couple scores for Godwin. You can't really key in on one player. It makes him dangerous. Glen Allen also trying to do the same. Ryan Wheeler for three, and you got to hit that one. 42-38 after three. This one's going to come down to the wire, right? Godwin only up 4. We go to the fourth and final stanza. What a pass. The extra look. Got it. It pays dividends. Jack Seidenberg, sophomore guard, with a huge shot for Godwin. More Eagles later in the quarter. Gotta contain Jordan Brown. Can't let him have that lane. He connects for 2. Jags Butler not going away. Fires, feeds, Wheeler for 2 down low, timeout. But too little, too late. Up 5 is Godwin, now make it 7. The Eagles win 56-49. More hoops, we go to the land of the Hermitage Panthers, where Deep Run was just visiting and playing really good basketball. So was number 4, Isis Kane, the freshman. Sensational early on. Kane connecting for 3. Isis would have the lead on her own against Hermitage at one point later. 17-12 at this point. Step back 3. Another nylon for the Hermitage Panthers. Number 22 doing the dirty work. She can shoot. She's got a quick release too. This time she's going to feed one of her teammates inside, up and in, count it. This game was a one-possession affair. And then back corner 3 again. Hermitage in front at that point. Deep Run, though, would have answers. Down 4, the Wildcats. Hermitage 24-20 at the break. We're going to get a big home victory. And that, you can't guard it any better than that. But Natalie Nedemeyer takes control of it. Then, defensively, look what I got! Nedemeyer connecting for 2. Deep Run did it with defense. That would tie things up later. Hermitage looking for the turnaround, the momentum swing. That'll do it. Top of the key 3. None of a nylon. Hermitage, ladies, looking good. But Deep Run, patient on offense, and it would work. Number 30 inside for 2, and then Hermitage on the run. Got it to go the home. School bounce and the foul. 35-31. Panthers by 4 after 3, but it was too much. Natalie Nedemeyer in the 4th. She connects for 2 there. Deep Run would go on a run. And then, remember I talked about inbounds plays. Great teams have great plays for that. Nedemeyer answers again. She would lead the scoring for Deep Run. Isis gonna put this one on ice? No, but her teammate will. 52-44. Wildcats win it. Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us. And you can always follow us on Twitter. I can't wait to see you next time on SportsWire.